all day. Excuse me.
Oh. And another thing, you know also how you can do a cheesecake, a no-bake cheesecake, Talia. Do it like this because it just takes all the hard work out and it's the identical same thing. So, with your mascarpone cheese and then, you know the Nestle condensed milk? Pour that into it and then pour all of your lemons into that again. Just whisk it all up and it makes the perfect cheesecake. That's all the only ingredients you need. And that's a no-bake cheesecake. And it tastes identical to the one that you bake, but it just cuts all the shit out. It's like can you remember when I made my caramel sauce, cockapoo?
Yeah.
I was on live making that. That's so easy to do, but you can fuck it up in a second.
There's a knack, isn't there? Is it you don't stir it while it's in the pan?
So, yeah, no. With your caramel sauce, have you made caramel sauce, Talia?
No, I've never made a caramel sauce ever.
Have you not? So that's another lovely one, caramel cheesecake, right? Or banoffee pie, so that's lovely to make. But anyway, so all as it is your water and your sugar, right? So you constantly stir, cockapoo, till it starts to bubble. And then once it bubbles, you do not stir it no more. You leave it bubble and bubble and bubble till it starts going like a little bit of a funny colour. Then you add your butter in and it'll bubble up. Then you stir it as quick as anything. And then you add your cream into it. And caramel sauce is the easiest thing in the world to make, but you can fuck it up in a second if you don't do it like step by step.
Yeah, and you can probably overcook it as well, I'm guessing.
No. Yeah, you can make it go thick, too thick, but if you do that, you just add more cream.
Yeah.
But I tell you where you want it really thick, you know, if you're doing the kids' toffee apples and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's lovely. So thicken it up for that.
We can't hear you very well, love. I don't know what's going on.
Wow.
That's better.
Yeah, it's because the battery pack was on the phone. It makes me quiet.
But yeah, so how did you do your tiramisu?
The standard way, really. Just, dipping the fingers into the coffee and whisking the cream, layering it like the proper way, the proper Italian way.
So did you soak you never just dip them in? Did you absolutely soak it and then pour the rest of the coffee on the bottom?
No, that's where I screwed up. I forgot to pour the rest of the coffee on the bottom.
Because you're best off leaving them and really, before you put anything else on them, leave them really soaking. And once they've soaked every bit in, pour a touch more coffee on and really strong coffee. And then add everything else on it.
That's where I screwed up. I should have done. It wasn't as moist as it should be. It should be almost like a wet texture, shouldn't it?
Proper wet,
No, it wasn't. It was not as wet as it should be. And I can't put brandy in it, can I? Because of old Mr. I don't drink. So that was the only difference.
Well, I had done it in me peppercorn sauce, put brandy in, and who didn't drink at mine? Oh, Bambi didn't drink, and
Bambi.
Who's Bambi? Oh, yeah.
Bambi, was fucking unalived and come back resurrected from the fucking unaliving. But Bambi didn't drink and she didn't know thing that I put the brandy in the peppercorn sauce.
Did you know she didn't drink?
Yeah.
Oh, Pearl. No, but you actually cook the alcohol out, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm sure you do. It cooks completely out. Maybe a little bit. But I would love, if you ever want to do it, I'd love to make your lemon cheesecake. I just like anything lemon.
So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do one with a no bake, and then it's an easy recipe for you to follow, and you can make it all the time. And once you do it this way, you'll never ever do it another way, and it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, because I'm not great at cooking. So what I like to do is make simple things that people can make for the kids.
I only do rough and ready. I'm not a fancy cook. Cockapoo will tell you I'm proper rough and ready.
I wouldn't be able to do all that caramel stuff and that. It's too much.
Caramel's so easy, Talia.
I don't know. I'm still learning.
I promise you, it's so easy.
I've never done caramel.
Isn't it cockapoo? And I'd
never
even,
done it.
if you were doing it and you're on live, I'd jump in the box and I'd tell you step by step. I'd say, right, leave it boil, right, start like stirring, add this in. I'd talk you through it a couple of times and until you got it right. And then you have to let it bubble and bubble and bubble. And then you just take it from the heat and you just keep stirring all the time. And you can put it into jars as well, Talia.
Yeah.
Put it in the jars, but make sure there's plenty of cream in because it thickens as it cools as well, remember?
Yeah. Like tar.
And then pour it into the jars, leave the lids off till it's cool, and you can keep that for about a month or 6 weeks.
Oh,
And you
nice.
can make it up in batches, like if you were going to make a nice, and then you just open it up, nice banoffee pie, so it's just your short crust pastry, make up your bananas on the bottom. I always put,
Buy the tin of it.
You are?
I just buy the tin of it.
I know, but it's nice. I think it's lovely when
I
you make
know
it.
everything homemade is nicer, but sometimes life's too short.
I know it is. Or even if you're not good at pastry, you know that pastry that you can just short crust pastry, you can get puff
Or
pastry, you
butter,
can get
yeah.
any kind. Roll it out and line your tin out, blind bake it, and then just do it like that. But that's why I said the no-bake cheesecake is the easiest thing in the world. But we'll do
that's
it
what I
both
want.
together.
Yeah, I really want to make it because I'm running out of ideas to make for lemon. So I did think the lemon cheesecake, but I don't have
And
anything.
do you know
for
what you
lemon.
call it? Lemon drizzle cake. Do you love making that?
I've never made a lemon drizzle cake.
Have
Paul, do you
you?
understand?
Yeah.
I've only ever made 2 desserts in my whole life. You think I've turned into bloody Delia Smith?
Lemon
I've made,
polenta cake is nice.
Lemon what?
I like eating polenta.
What's that?
Polenta, it's a grain, but you can make a gorgeous cake with it with lemon drizzle.
It's a what?
The grain, polenta.
Is that like Madeira?
No, it's like I don't chat. Tell us what polenta is. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a grain. You can.
It's like a root, isn't it? I thought it was like a root or something.
People use it instead of flour.
Oh, never.
I do anyway.
Yeah, and you can have polenta chips as well. I guess I thought it was like a potato.
Like a dry semolina.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, that's
like
it. It's
couscous.
like a semolina. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Does anyone else put semolina on their roast potatoes after watching Nigella Lawson?
what?
So she did like a series on Christmas, and I picked up one of her little hints and tips was to just dust potatoes with semolina before you put them into to roast. They're fucking gorgeous.
But that's the same thing as flour as well. You know, mix a bit of flour and salt together.
Yeah.
And then just roll your tatties around once they're cooked and put them into roast, and they absolutely. But it has to be in goose grease.
Yeah. I tell you what you should both do. You should both choose a recipe that's simple, but neither of you have done before.
Yeah, well, I want to make this cheesecake. I want it now.
Why don't you do lemon tiramisu as well?
Oh, I wouldn't know where to start. Yeah, I suppose so. I suppose that you could put the lemon in the
Replace the coffee with the
in
lemon.
the mascarpone, I suppose.
You replace the coffee with the lemon.
Would you? Yeah, I suppose you would, wouldn't you?
But that's where you've gone wrong with your tiramisu. You just have to have it proper. You know, like, can anybody remember them cakes, rum babas?
Yeah.
Oh, I love
They were
those.
like dripping in alcohol, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that's the texture that a tiramisu has to be, just proper wet.
Yeah. Yeah, it was too dry. It's supposed to fall apart as you're picking it out, but it just wasn't.
I love it. Did the infested one? Did she make a tiramisu?
Yeah, but it wasn't a tiramisu. It was like a gatto. It was just like a mousse on a ladyfinger sponge. It wasn't.
You know what we should do? Both pick something to cook. You pick something for me, and I pick something for you, and then we have to go out that day, get the ingredients to it, and then cook it the next day.
Yeah, I'd love that. I'd love that because it's not really the cooking that I'm enjoying. It's just the distraction, and it makes I enjoy it. It's something to do, and then at the end, if it's nice, it's a bonus.
So that's what we'll have to do. But Wait a minute.
Can you make it lemon though? Because I like lemon. No, for you.
No, so you have to come up with something for me to cook, and then I have to go out and get the ingredients and cook it.
Yeah.
And I have to come up with something for you to cook.
Okay, fine. Well, I would pick the lemon things that I made on Scram with Dan.
So lemon cheesecake. Or
No,
you mean
no,
lemon,
cheesecake.
like tiramisu, but lemon?
No, do you know with Scram with
those
Dan?
red lemon possets.
Yeah, that's it.
Lemon what?
Posset, it's cream and lemon in, but she took out the lemon from the shell and used the shell to serve. It's like it. You see it in Sicily all the time and in Naples. That's where they do it best.
And Pearl, it's so easy. I'm so proud of myself, but it's just so easy. It's like a cheat because people think, wow, how did you make that? That's amazing. And it's the most easiest thing in the world.
But yeah, so let's have a little think.
Oh, please not caramel. Please not the caramel, please.
No, we'll come on live one day and we'll both make a caramel sauce together.
Oh, God, okay.
So it's either, then you can make a caramel cheesecake with it, you can make... I tell you what's nice, the pastry with the jam on the bottom, then the cornflakes, the golden syrup and caramel, that's absolutely and chocolate, it's absolutely beautiful. I forget what you call that kind of cake. Some people put currants and raisins in it as well. It's not currants, sultanas. Banoffee pie, caramel shortcake, shortbread, lemon pie. Do you know? Yeah, lemon meringue pie. I love that. Wow. My mum used to fucking poison us for years. She never baked them. She bought them out the shop right anyway. She just used to get them, cut the fucking lemon meringue pie up. She was only giving us raw eggs or white eggs, whatever it was. She wasn't putting it in the oven. She was just giving it to us.
Oh, no. Did she know?
We wasn't used to a cake, so she was none the wiser. We fucking devoured it. We never had time to get the food poison. It was gone. If anything, we'd had the shits. But we never got a cake, so we loved it. We didn't know how it was supposed to be.
After Elphaba's day, I had the shits for 4 days.
Did you?
I was so ill. And it wasn't bad tasting. It was lovely tasting, but something she did. Wow. I was so ill.
Is she in your agency now?
No.
Is she not? I thought she was.
No, we tried to get her in, but she's one of them ones that jump from account to account to account, and I can't be dealing with it because we get fined. So I
just can't be fucked on with the infested one. I never have. I don't talk about her now. I just can't be fucked on with her. Something I said one day, and then she was was it in the McDonald's or somewhere? And she was saying, and this is for you, Pearl. Fuck you, you bitch. Fuck you, Pearl, you bitch. And she made a fucking video of her saying that, the big fucking ugly Kent.
How long ago was that?
How long since was that, everybody? Can you remember?
I didn't even know she'd done it.
Yeah, it's a Kent. I don't like her.
She wouldn't never do that.
Can anybody remember when she done that? Somebody found the video. Elphaba telling Pearl to fuck you. Wait a minute, because people saying they can't remember. 2023, Manchester. She was using her fingers to bake with. They lived in. No, can anybody remember when Elfie Babby? In fact, if you talk to her, ask her when she done it. A couple of years ago, it was.
She was a bit crazy pre-2024.
I'm sure she was in. She was in some. I'm sure it was a McDonald's. You know, she was in. And I can't remember. It was there when she caused. She was carrying on with some people in the McDonald's. That's right, and fucking turned it back around onto me and went, "Fuck you, Pearl, fuck you, bitch." And this fucking video was getting played everywhere. I thought, piss off, you ugly Kent. I don't even know you. Fuck off.
Why, was you in the comments or something?
No, I can't. No, I must have done something and mentioned her. And I can't remember.
That's not like you, sir. The thing is, though, you'd only
just sent you the video of that one. Wait there, my page. Oh. Have you sent it to Pearl's point of view? Ow. Have you sent it to Pearl's point of view? Can you send it there for us, please? And we'll watch Elfie saying, "Fuck you, Pearl."
Oh, I love it. I love petty behaviour.
Do you know, I can actually aggravate the Kent out of people by just putting my face on screen without talking, without doing anything.
That's true.
Can somebody share that live to Pearl's point of view, the one where the infested one is telling me to fuck you, Pearl? She's sending it now. Okie doke. Who was it again who was sending us it? Well, I'll go off, take these off because I'm not going back over thing post. So I'll just wait for the next person. Paige, that's it. Oh, here we are.
You're a bitch. Fuck you, pal. 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 Trans rights are human rights. Don't you fucking. You're a cisgender woman who gives a fuck.
Piss off, I'm not fucking your sister.
You're a grandma. You're a fucking 6-year-old woman who gives a fuck about other people.
I'm a granny. Yes, I'm a granny and a fucking cow, and you're a Kent. Wait till we play this again.
Fuck you, pal. Fuck you, pal. Fuck you, pal. Fuck you, pal. Fuck you, pal.
And one more time.
Trans rights are human rights. Don't you fucking. You're a cisgender woman who gives a fuck about
what's
other
that
people.
mean?
Why don't you fuck? You're a grandma. You're a fucking 6-year-old woman who gives a fuck about other people.
Oh, Malik.
But let me say something.
I bet he knows what that means.
Not right now. I care about trans rights. Trans rights, darling. Trans rights.
I fucked her off over. I think I said
You were having a conversation about men and women's toilets.
Yeah, but I think. Oh, is that what it means? Cis means I was a woman at birth.
Genetic, yeah.
I think it was
apparently.
because
I don't
I
use
said I thought she was a cross-dresser.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, and then about the toilets. If you haven't got a wanny, you shouldn't be in the women's toilets, and I still stick by that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when it says ladies' toilets. No wanny, keep out. It's my opinion. Sorry.
No, I agree. But that looks like she's a totally different person now. Even she talks different. She would never do that now. She would never speak to you like that now. She really changed a lot. With that fuck you Pearl, I'd like that on my, like, as a sound bite so I can press a button and just play it over and over. So can you tag me in that as well, please?
So, let us send it to myself first because I don't know how you do any. Oh, I know who I'll send it to. Wait there, send. I've sent it to myself. When I come off, cockapoo, I don't know how you tag anybody, so I'll have to send it to you and you will send it to Tally. Is that all right?
God, I'm not your PA, get rubber ducks, please.
Will you do it, please?
Okay.
Thanks.
Just tag me in it. Tag me in the
How do you
comments.
do it?
Go to
You
comment
just
on the
put
video.
Talia.
And just put
Comment. Oh,
Just put at and then find Talia.
so
just at and then write blessed. BLESS.
Wait, I'm still on the at. How do I know I put it at or at? Blessed. Butler.
At the.
Was it Esther? Don't ask me.
Well, you're not coming up. I must have you blocked or something.
No.
Oh,
You
yeah.
haven't got up to
maybe.
that.
Maybe on that account you have.
Oh, yeah, found you. Talia.
There you go. Tag me in it because I want the fuck you.
Oh, there,
girl.
tagged you. Look, I think. Oh, I nearly fell off my chair like a parrot.
She's learnt something.
Mel knows how to tag. We're all in trouble.
We're all fucked now.
Well, I didn't know how you done that. Fuck's sake. Yeah, but I don't like the infested one, Kent.
There's been stuff brought up again about the accusations with regards to being in a WhatsApp chat
Yeah.
with kids.
Well, but it's nothing new. It's the same thing that's been brought up again.
But didn't she admit to that though?
Yeah.
So how can it be accusations if she's admitted to it?
Well, what she's described is there was another person who she was messaging who between the two of them, and there was voice notes, and they set up a WhatsApp group or something or other and put those messages into that WhatsApp group where there was knowingly kids in there.
Yeah.
Specifically.
It's not good.
See, listen, if there was kids there, she knows what she's done, she's admitted to it, and for me, I'm sorry, it is what it is.
No, it's not good. She shouldn't be in a chat group with kids, but I don't think it was
So how old was she at the time?
17.
17. But the guy that made this chat group and put all of them in it from 10 to 18, he was 20, 21, something like that. He was an older guy and got away with everything. Like no one ever questioned him or anything, but she just put some inappropriate things in there that's not good, and I wouldn't be happy with it. But it wasn't. But everyone's calling her a predator and and all of that. But I don't think it's that. It's not that way. It's just stupidity and being inappropriate, saying silly things.
I'm not gonna call it a pred, but because listen, I don't think she's a full shilling, and I've got to say this. But at 17, like, I don't know, honestly.
So,
for me,
until you meet her, you don't get
Luke
it. But
said
when
she
Luke
was
met
like
her,
a child.
yeah,
In real life, she's like a child.
yeah. And so if she's like a child now and she's 22, imagine what she was like at 17. When
Do
he
you
met
think she's got learning difficulties or something?
Of course she has. Yeah, you can't, like, I could never talk to her about relationships or, oh, did you pay your tax or anything like that. Like, you have to talk to her like a kid. Maybe like a teenager now where she's learning how to navigate around the world, but she's totally and utterly dependent on her mum. Utterly dependent. And when her mum's not there, her life turns to shit.
See, I don't still like her. She's ignorant as a pig. I don't think you could trust her. She's a fly-by-night, and half the time, listen, I still think whether it's like I have a little nephew and he's got learning difficulties, right? He's got autism and he's got lots of things going for him, but he also knows what is right and what is wrong.
Yeah. How old is he?
7.
Yeah, see, my lad, if he would never be in a chat group with older boys. Like, it just would never happen.
Yeah.
But when my lad turned 17, because he's autistic and he has learning difficulties, would he accidentally end up in a chat group with younger kids? Maybe, because he's got that learning difficulties.
No, because I think no. Listen, I think everybody can give kids excuses for having learning difficulties as well. And I'll tell you for why. Tommy's only 7. And if I said to him, like, Tommy, let's go and do this, me as the adult, knowing fine well it's wrong, but I'm trying to put this onto a baby's head. And he is a baby. Let's not forget he's 7.
Yeah, very young.
And he's got lots of things going on, and he's had them, like where he's had the into his brain, and then the little magnets is there, and he's got he was deaf and everything. He's got lots of little things wrong with him.
Yeah.
And if I tried at 7-year-old and me knowing something was wrong and tried to still put it onto Tommy, because his parents has sat down with him and learned how to talk, hello?
Right, hello. Can I just say, Orion has no developmental delays whatsoever. He's not like a kid. He's like a kid because he's got no friends and so he's never socialized. But he does not have any intellectual disabilities whatsoever. He's like a kid because he spends time with no one. He grew up online. That's a different thing from him having developmental delays. He knows what he's doing. He often shows that he's scheming and he's got plans. He's not very good at it. He's not very, don't get me wrong, he is not very
This is what
bright.
I'm saying about my little nephew, right? He's 7-year-old. And if I try to lead him down the path of being wrong, for all he's got lots of problems, God love him, right? He would still say to me, like, in his little way, because, like, he'll still find it hard to pronounce words and things. He still lets me know that is wrong, and he is a baby at 7.
Ultimately, Orion knows right from wrong. He is not very bright.
You're not hungry, man, are you?
No, it's not Hungry Man.
Oh, I was ready to kick you out there, you
It's
kid.
definitely
My
not.
name's not Orion, so do better
His
than that.
name is Orion.
No, it
and you won't
isn't.
tell him, please.
Changed-
Talia, you're not going to
Changed it
sit there.
legally. You don't call Pearl Alice, so don't call her fucking...
Hey, I am fucking Alice and I haven't changed my name legally.
Yeah, but-
I'm
yeah, but
Alice Pearl.
Yes, but you like to be called Pearl, so we call you Pearl.
No,
She's changed their name.
I'll call
to
people what
Alpha.
I want to. It's not
Well,
your
then-
choice.
then I don't respect
will call
that.
him
No, I'm
what
sorry.
he is, and you will not tone police me. He is a he, and you will not sit there and say, I must call him by she
Then
or
how
whatever.
can you demand respect if you can't give any?
What respect have I demanded from anyone here?
Because
I've
you
just
can't-
come in.
Your
and said
rights
it's
on
not.
gender is up
conversation.
to you. What you think about gender is up to you. I
Yes,
don't care, but
exactly.
at least
So
call
I
her
will
by the
choose.
name that she's asked to be
No,
called
I'll
by.
call him by Orion, which is his name. That is his name,
But
which
it's
is my
actually not
choice.
because
It's
she's
not his.
legally changed it.
I
She's
couldn't-
legally changed it. So who are you to call her a name that she's not known by anymore, by the government and by everyone in her family and by her friends? She's been called Ryan for years.
I don't care.
You're doing
I
it to
simply
be
do not care.
fucking spiteful. That's why.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, then fuck off. I've no time for you. If you
No,
can't have an
well-
intellectual conversation and show some respect, what's the point?
Sorry, but didn't you go and call that Chills a woman, and you don't
But
care
she
about
is a
that?
woman.
But Orion's not a man,
I still
and
call
I
her
need to-
Chills
and-
because her name's not Chills. Her name's Amanda, but I still call her Chills.
Sorry, there's no intellectual
her fucking
consistency
name is.
there. There's no intellectual.
No, yes, there
consistency
is. No,
there
you're not thinking about
whatsoever.
what you're
Can you
saying.
get your heartbeats? And there's loads of unheartbeats
Chills-
in the comments.
Chills is
I'll
a
turn
woman
it off and you
was
won't get your
born a woman.
arguments.
Born a woman, okay? That
Right.
is what she
And
is.
Orion's born a man.
Right,
and she's
okay.
named Orion.
But do I call Chills by her birth name?
Who was
or do I
born
call
a
her by the
woman?
name Chills. She calls herself Chills now.
Chills?
She's a transgender boy. I think that's what it is.
Oh.
So she was born a woman but lives her life as a man. She doesn't use her dead name anymore, so I call her Chills.
So why call him a she then? I don't understand.
Cockapoo, keep
That's
the boxes
okay,
right.
but
You two carry on arguing and
Okay.
everybody get your heartbeats in, you feckers.
Look,
there's no consistency there whatsoever.
No,
Why
no,
call Chills
you
a she?
are not understanding the difference.
No, I do want. There's no difference.
Yes,
Either you
there
respect
is.
it or you don't, and I don't respect it. I don't care to respect Orion's.
Well, that's up to you then, but that's not her name.
Right, okay, and what? So what? Okay, you think he's called Orion? That's
No,
fine. He's still got no
no.
intellectual disabilities.
Legally, her name is Alphaba Oriana Doherty. That's her name.
Right, so his name's that. And what? He's still not got intellectual disabilities, and he
He's been
admitted.
diagnosed with autism. I've seen the paperwork. I've seen the
His
doctor's letters. I've
autism
seen...
diagnosis was from a sham it's a private provider that's being investigated. They gave it. They diagnosed him with level 1 autism.
What's the name of that company?
I can't remember, but we don't do levels in the UK. We don't have level 1 autism. It's this sham provider that's been set up because the NHS has this thing called right to choose. So any clinic up and down the country can apply to be under it. And basically they'll just rubber stamp someone's autism diagnosis. So what's that he's got an autism diagnosis? It means nothing.
Well, I've met her and I can see she's autistic.
Well, that's wonderful. How can you see someone's autistic?
Because I know when someone has autism. I'm an autistic mother. I know the signs.
So
You know, can I say something on this, right? Like, what age is Elfie Babby?
I think 21 or 22.
it's 22. He's
So,
22 years old.
how, in this modern day and age, right, with all the modern technology and test things that we've got, is it took like this long when she's clearly been fighting to have something wrong with her for years and
Yeah,
years and years
exactly.
and never come across it. That's what I can't understand.
What he's done is he's found this right to choose, which everyone has the right under NHS, and there's loads of different clinics that you can go by, and basically these clinics will just rubber stamp a diagnosis. And he's done that because he's really desperate to get diagnosed with something, so he can say, look, the reason I'm this person is because I'm autistic. Now leave me alone or you're ableist. That's what's happened.
But she is autistic. 100%.
Has she been through the tests and had all of this done, Talia? If you don't mind me asking, because I don't know anything about it.
Well, I have seen paperwork. I don't know about where it's from or anything, but I've seen the email trail because I was like, well, who's that from then? And I looked at the email and I looked at the company and it seemed legit to me. But just by her behaviour, her social skills and the way she is, I know she's got autism.
They've been accused, YMS have been accused of people using Google to diagnose, basically. Weaponizing Google to diagnose. The provider that he went with they just rubber stamp any diagnosis, whatever, yes, you've got it. So people
You get your heart amazing me, babbies, thank you.
But, okay, maybe, but I have met her. I've spent time with her. And I know she's autistic.
Why does that excuse talking
Talia,
to
like
children?
without a proper doctor diagnosis, like a consultant who deals in that, specialises in that, how can you know? Because it wouldn't be an email, it would be doctor's letters, it would be appointments, it would be lots of things. It wouldn't just be this fucking email thing. Do you know what I'm saying? I could say I'm a pop star and get an email and say, yes, Pearl, you're absolutely amazing, but I'm fucking not.
Well, mine was sent by email, the diagnosis.
I know, but they wouldn't just diagnose you with an email, Talia. Come on, Talia. Now stop it. Now, you intelligent woman, stop it.
Pearl,
There
what
would
are
have
you
to be
talking about?
hospital appointments, doctor's
of course,
consultants.
she's not
She
gonna
would
show
have
me
all
her
this
whole-
paperwork. She would have all this paperwork, and if she genuinely
I'm sure
wanted to
she does.
prove, she'd come on. She wouldn't have to show names and things, but she would show.
And Tal, can I just say that
I haven't asked for a full
can I
medical
just say?
record.
I know,
I
but
haven't asked
still,
to look at
listen,
her.
she's fended and proved it a long time. And if she's willing to show an email, what's the difference with showing doctor's letters? I don't get it.
No,
and this is
nobody's
why I don't
asked.
believe.
Yeah, but can I just say, you're saying, well, he's autistic because he's got this diagnosis. Well, can I just say that matters not anyway, because the diagnosis says no developmental delays.
Yeah.
Autism's autism.
The thing is, though, right, so we're having a conversation about whether somebody's statement about autism is backed up by medical records. But
Can you get your presents in me, Babby? I still want a present, thank you.
Don't we sort of say, listen, people don't have to show proof. You either believe it or
Oh,
you
well,
don't
they do.
believe it.
You know, you lose a baby, people want proof. You say you're autistic,
That's my
people want
point,
proof.
Talia. Yeah.
You know, everyone wants proof, but I have seen proof, and I've spent a lot of time
Talia,
with her.
you shouldn't have had to do that, and that was a different kettle of fish altogether. What I'm trying to say is the infested one for years has tried to put it forward, right, that she's got a problem. And so if she's willing to show an email, why not be willing to show and come on, she loves the camera. This is me going to my doctor's appointment, make a little video diary. This is me going to my doctor's appointment. This is a consultant I'm under.
Yeah,
I had this test, I had that test. I had to go in and have this done. Where's all of that? Not just a fucking email pop up. Then all of a sudden it's got autism. I'm sorry.
It doesn't account for some of the other things that have been said. So
No, they're two different things. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Nobody has to. But the infested one is the one that's proper, like putting it out there. I've got this and I've been diagnosed and I'm showing you this email. I haven't asked to prove nothing, but to me, it's a heap of shite, and I'm just going to be truthful with you.
Exactly, and ultimately, it does not matter because it does not excuse the fact that he spoke to children sexually. It doesn't. He's not mentally slow enough.
I do not think that she's a full shilling. I will give it that. But for it to come out and all of a sudden just give this diagnosis, I don't believe that too. So I do think there's some problems there. But I'm not even saying it's autism or she's just a bit whatever, not a full shilling, whatever. I'm not a fucking doctor. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say to you is, like, if you were that sure of yourself and you had this diagnosis and the whole app is going against you, I'm sorry, for me, I'm sorry, but this does not lie. This is where the hospital I went to, these are the appointments I had, this is what happened, this is what I had to go through, I had this test done, that test. I would tell you, I would talk you through it.
I think she has done that.
Pearl.
She has spoken about that.
Yeah.
Pearl, can I drop in? Can you let someone called Violet up, please?
No, you can stay in. Violet.
Yeah.
Oh, we got TikTok wrong and Violet. Why can't you just be called like Summer's Day or Sunshine in the Bloom or...
Hiya, Babs.
Nice to meet you too, Talia. Hi, Pearl.
Hi.
So
we can't hear you, Babs. You've got bad reception.
Yeah, your signal's bad. You're cutting out, love.
Violet, do you want to flick off this, completely swipe off the app and then come back in?
Sorry, you weren't talking, Violet. Nothing. We didn't hear any of that.
You'll have to go and get a better signal and come back. I'm going to drop you so that you can...
Yeah. And swipe completely off the app. It's just, you maybe, I don't know.
But Talia, I don't know, why are you defending him? What is your game?
People can defend somebody that they have a different...
It's got absolutely nothing to do with you, what I do with my life. Like, you can't interrogate me.
Well, sorry, I'm just talking about things you do publicly.
Like what?
Well, all of this is public. All of this is on TikTok. Your relationship.
Okay, yeah, but what is it that bothers you?
So there's going to be public questions. Well, why would you put your neck out on the line and associate yourself?
I don't think I've put my neck out on the line. Do you?
Many people do. Many people do.
I've put my neck. How have I put my neck on the line?
You've gone and publicly defended him countless times.
I can only say what I see. Have I seen a diagnosis? Yes. Do I think she's autistic? 100%. That's it. There's no more, no less.
Hello there.
Hi.
So I'm not going to get into arguments with anyone. All I'm going to say is in regards to autism diagnosis or not, which I don't believe there is, it does not discount from the fact that at 17 years of age, they knowingly, because it does say in those text messages, which they were in, and yes, I'm not taking away from the fact that a 19-year-old created the group chat, but they knowingly put schmexual messages and images in there when there were 10-year-olds in there.
Yeah. That's what gets it for me.
Behaviour. That is what the awareness community is about. And any time that comes up, that's what we talk about.
That's what I'm saying. My 7-year-old nephew, who's got multiple problems as well as autism and diagnosed, and that's how I know all the rigmarole of what goes through it. It doesn't just happen just like that. There's lots of things happen to get to that point. And this is what
not
makes
when
me
you're an
think,
adult, Pearl. It's different when you're a child. That's not how it works when you're an adult being diagnosed.
well, I'm only speaking of how I know a child is, but for me, I think there's definitely a problem there, but I think she was well aware of what she was doing.
Of course.
And Tommy, at 7-year-old, knows if I, as an adult, try to lead him in a certain way, come on, Tommy, let's do this, or let's say this, and let's say that, and he'll go, and this is what he'll do to me, go, naughty. In his way, I can understand him, and he tells me that's naughty at 7.
They've admitted that they know they've sent those text messages. They have said that it's not right to do that kind of thing. They know that they have done this. They have tried deflecting. They have used different excuses. They've either not done it, or it's AI, or they have been set up. Those messages clearly show that it's them sending them in those messages. And it's not just that. There are voicemails, there are voice messages for different things.
Talia, if you wanted to come in, you can, you know. She's. I don't know if she's bad out of here, but if she is, like, surely to God, she got an account, she can come in. I mean, nobody stops her from ever coming on this platform, but for me, I think it's a heap of shit.
It's very telling how Ryan never comes to defend himself, ever. He never ever will come into like your live or Mr. anyone. Do you know what I mean? And when as soon as someone starts calling him out, like Savannah 2 days ago, Savannah had about 2 seconds to call him out, and he just leaves. He avoids any sort of accountability. And you know why? He doesn't want to get into an argument because he starts panicking and he starts thinking, what lies have I told people?
No, but listen, this is what like fucks me off about it. How come she was adamant to show this email, right? So it's in her actions, her doing. She wants to show proof of this autism. Let her show proof of the whole, like from start to finish, however it was. Let her show that proof. Let her come and speak for herself. Does she? No, she doesn't. And that to me screams guilt.
It's indefensible, and he'd have to think about what lies he's told and what he has. Go on, sorry.
Can I ask a question? Right.
Yeah.
So just say, for instance, that the unwashed one has got a diagnosis, of autism, right? So they're using that as an excuse for having that conversation with the children in that chat. Can you tell me then why he doesn't understand, or she doesn't understand, that that's wrong, but at the same time, when he or she goes out for a night out and blames somebody for a sexual assault, how they can understand that that's wrong?
Exactly.
They know the difference between right and wrong. They have stated it clearly multiple times when it
Wait,
goes.
do you know what it is?
further.
Let me be honest with you. She said, and you all agreed to this 100 times, it was wrong. She shouldn't have been in that track. She wasn't being predatory towards children. She had said things that were not appropriate.
I'm sorry.
In the chat.
But no,
let
what
me
you're trying to
finish.
say,
Let me
Talia,
finish
listen, what
you're
you're trying to
doing.
say is
No,
she
I
knew
wanna
there was
finish
10-year-olds
this.
in that chat,
Of
Talia.
course.
She
And
knew.
And
Talia,
it's
it's
fucking wrong. But the
inherently
problem with
predatory.
you lot is you're
It's
not willing
inherent-
to listen
Go on,
to anybody
we're
else
listening. We're
other than your
listening.
fucking hate brigade, yeah?
Right, go on,
So
Talia.
I will just drop, and
Talia.
no, shut up. This is exactly why.
Don't tell me to
This
shut
is
up,
exactly
because I'll
why.
just
Let her
keep
talk
talking
a
over
minute.
the top of you.
But then I'll drop.
I'm
Nobody
trying to
cares.
listen.
And this
Right,
is
stop
exactly
it then. Let
fucking
Talia have a
why.
say. She's the
Talia
one that
speak.
speaks to we don't. Go on, Talia.
Exactly. This is exactly why she doesn't sit and defend herself, because you're a bunch of fucking hyenas and you don't let her speak and you don't let her be sorry or apologise.
We're letting you speak right
learn from her.
now.
You won't let me fucking speak.
We're
This is
letting
what
you
I'm saying.
speak.
No, you're not. Right. She's
Everything's
done
like
what she's
quiet.
done. She's done what she's done. Yeah, when she was 17. Right? She's had these conversations. They were inappropriate. We were all disgusted. She left the group and that was the end of it. Okay. Now she's 22. How long are we going to go over this and over this and over this for the rest of her life? Would
When
you rather
accountability and
hang on, no, let
consequences
me
are
finish. How long? She's gone to the police. She's gone to some of the parents. She has put herself on offer more and more than once. She's gone to the police again. She'd be in jail if she did anything wrong. So where does this fucking go?
when accountability and consequences
Again,
Said she's
one
in the
minute,
wrong.
everybody. 1 minute, everybody, please. So, have you seen all the evidence where she's gone to the police?
Yeah.
She's told them
I
about
can show you
doing
right now.
actual things to 10-year-olds
She
in a
showed
group
all the
chat.
messages and
Because I
everything.
don't think the police would have said, "Oh, you're not very well. We'll just leave it."
She's not the only one that's been to the police. Everyone's been to the police. The police have everything.
But
Do you
even
honestly think
still-
there's people on TikTok on here that haven't sent the police everything?
Even still, Talia, listen.
They've
she
seen it
To
all.
me, she still knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
That was little 10-year-old babies that was in that chat. Why
She
the
hasn't
fuck
denied
would
it.
you put your meat and 2 veg on show? You wouldn't do that.
That's
in a
not
normal
what-
thing
that's
as an
not what
adult.
happened.
Why would you do it where
That's
there was
not what
children at?
happened.
This is what I'm saying.
But that's
And it's
not what
fucking
happened. She
wrong.
didn't
And
put-
do you
she
know what the problem is?
Oh
There's
no,
that many
you're not
people
saying
making
that.
excuses
You
for
are not
it.
saying
It's
she
fucking
put her
wrong.
meat and 2 veg
It's
on show,
wrong.
because that's
There's
not
too
what she
many
did.
people making
She
excuses for it,
to
and
be-
it's fucking.
I will
That's not
say
what she
they
did. If it
got-
was your child in
they-
there, you wouldn't fucking care what diagnosis it was. You'd have the guts for garters. Now, come on, Talia.
But I'm not.
They-
Yeah,
they-
but I'm going to stick
can I
to
just
facts,
say-
not bullshit that you've just
Bonnie,
made
can
up and
I
think that
just
she
say-
put her meat and 2 veg on the internet when
Right.
she didn't.
Right.
Why
Can I
are
just
you
say-
fucking lying?
Talia?
They
Why
didn't-
are you lying and
Talia,
making it
can-
up when you
may
know
I-
that's not what she fucking did?
Talia,
Don't
can I ask you a
bullshit.
question
then,
Because you
Talia?
want to get a few fucking views and
Talia,
you want to
for a
get in people
second.
in here talking shit.
Talia,
That's
please
not
for a
what
second.
happened.
Please, just for a second. They didn't put the area on that group chat, no. However, they have admitted the reason they got banned from, I can't remember the website name, was because
Roblox.
no, not that one. That's the one. Was because they were putting up images of them touching themselves, and they thought it was okay because everyone else was doing it.
So they must have
that's
put
not what
pictures
happened.
of themselves up then.
That's what the voice notes. That's the voice notes
No, the
saying.
voice notes are her speaking about doing that. So let's be really clear, which is wrong.
Can I answer Talia's question, please? So, Talia, you said, when does this end? It probably never end for some people.
So why? So what?
but-
You just wanted to kill herself then?
No. As I was saying, let me finish.
Talia,
do you want it to
stop
go?
that.
No,
Come
hold
on
on,
now.
hold on.
No, because this is where it's going.
No, hold
No,
on. Let me
stop
finish.
that.
Already
I
had
let
someone kill
You
themselves
can't
on the
tell
internet
nobody's head,
already.
Talia. You know,
I let
you
you
can't.
finish.
Listen, if they feel that way because they know they fucked up and they've done wrong, you cannot put that on somebody's head.
Let me,
I'm sorry,
Talia.
that's wrong.
Endless bullying
Talia,
ends
let
in
me,
Not
Talia,
lies
let
bullying,
me
being
it's
finish.
just
taken. Yes,
truthful.
it
People's
is.
got
let me finish.
questions.
Talia, let me finish. If some people will never be satisfied about it, but I'm sure quite a lot of people would eventually move on if Alphabet, first of all, admitted it, because he's always denied it, and then second of all, the true mea culpa, a true story, a proper story.
Who's
Some
eating
people will never be
crisps?
satisfied. Some people will never be satisfied, but I think that would, at least he could say, I've apologised and I've admitted it.
I've seen her do that so many times.
He's never admitted it. There's always a but, or Jordan groomed me, Jordan manipulated me, I was actually the victim.
Do you know
I
that
was the one
Jordan did
victimised.
manipulate her? Do you know that?
But that
He
doesn't
was
take away from
17.
their
But
actions either.
it doesn't
Jordan's
excuse
just as
anything,
big-
but
Jordan's
he was
just
a
as big wrong.
20-year-old.
He was 19, Jordan, and Alpha was 17. There were 2 years in between them.
But
Right, let's
Talia,
not make out.
he's
Let's
very
not make out it was a
slow in
15-year-old and
development.
a 40-year-old. It was a
Violet's
17
not in
and
the
19-year-old.
box.
But she's
Violet's
very
got bad
slow.
internet connection at the moment.
Can I just
Can I just ask a
one
question
comment?
before I drop down, Peril? Sorry, can I just
Yeah,
ask
go on.
Talia one question? Right, you're saying
Violet's not in the box.
how long is Elphaba going to go through this? Right, just say for instance something happened to your children, right? Were spoken sexually towards. When are you going to forgive that perpetrator? Because if it was my
firstly,
children, it would be never.
Well, firstly, my kids I'd never ever be in that situation because my kids don't go in group chats with adults, and I have full access to their phone. So more for
Then
them.
other parents maybe thought their kids didn't do that as well, Talia.
Well,
Come on.
no. I know every single move my kids make.
Well, I don't. I'm not going to make myself to be a godlike syndrome. My kids will have done all kinds behind my back. The same as my grandkids.
My
You
kids
can't
aren't
say that
even
to me,
allowed a
Talia.
headset. They're not even allowed a headset for the PlayStation. I have to hear, see everything until you're 18 years old and out my roof. I want to know every single thing you're doing. And you're not allowed a phone.
Well,
in your
that's good on you, but I'm saying
it
for me
is.
as a grandmother, as a parent, I don't know everything mine's doing.
Well, I'm sorry you don't, but I do.
I
So
really
I would
don't.
never. My child would never, ever end up in a chat group on WhatsApp with adults. That's ridiculous.
So do you think it's the parents' fault then? Do you think it's the
I
parents'
think
fault,
there's a
Talia?
lot of people to blame here and one common denominator. But why the hell are
perpetrator.
10-year-olds in a WhatsApp group with adults, huh?
Why would Elphaba want to sit in a WhatsApp group with children?
Exactly.
Exactly.
So
why?
when can Alphabet
But this is what I mean. You keep bringing it back to her. You keep bringing it back to her.
Because she's the perpetrator. The children have done nothing wrong. The kids have done nothing
So where's
wrong.
the parents?
It's not the parents' fault.
Okay, so does your 10-year-old have WhatsApp?
See, I think you're wrong, Talia. You're blaming a 10-year-old for what a big,
10-year-old?
airy-ass fucking person's doing by talking about the beast.
You are not allowed to
anything
be on
ever happens to
WhatsApp
your
under
kids.
16.
God forbid anything ever happens to your
Exactly. So it
kids.
was all sly. It was underhanded what was going on. Do not tell me that the infested one didn't know.
The parents have to take some accountability. Fucking hell.
Because what if they didn't know? We were fucking mind readers as much as you try and protect your kids. Sometimes it doesn't happen.
Well, this tells me that you all give your kids mobile phones.
Hold on,
because
the
you see no
parents-
problem.
You know what
My
that says to me,
grandkids
Talia?
are
You know what
Well,
that says
more
to
for
me?
you.
Fucking wild.
More
The
for
gaslighting
you.
is wild.
The parents
Talia,
have
do you know
take
what this says
accountability,
to
but
me?
not
It doesn't
Orion.
matter what happens to a
Mom,
victim.
put the boxes back to 9, please, and
to
stop
blame.
moving them about. Thank you.
If your kid
The gaslighting is absolutely
Stop
wild.
it a minute. Stop turning microphones off. Put their microphone
If
back
your
on.
child
It's
has
the up
WhatsApp
here.
at 7
All of
years
you
old,
talk
then
one at a
fuck me.
time.
The fact
I'm not here to debate. Sorry, I came in for fucking cheesecake.
Right, you're on about letting you speak, but you won't let anyone else speak.
Well, it's 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 5. Go on
sorry,
then.
Talia,
Go
but
on, I'll
you're
take on
wrong.
5 fucking people.
No, you
then.
won't.
Go on.
Nobody else. If
What's
somebody
the big
speaks,
one?
Talia,
Fuck
nobody
off.
else speak or you'll be dropped.
You're literally,
Oh.
she's literally sitting there, passing the buck and trying to make every single excuse under the sun for.
One second, JJ. Right, Talia, don't do that. I know you're still listening. Don't make out that you were getting bullied there because you're definitely not no victim in this. Now, Talia, stop it. Get back in, be like a woman, speak one-on-one, and if you want them dropped out the boxes, we can. But you putting your neck on the line for basically something that you know a load of lies is getting spoke about. That's what we're saying. So why tarnish your name when you don't know the whole truth?
She's a
That's
grown
all that
woman.
everybody's
She's a
saying.
Can I
grown
just
woman,
interrupt
and she
slightly?
said-
I've
Cockapoo,
got to
watch the
actually
boxes,
drop.
sorry.
Yeah.
I've actually got to drop. But Pearl, I've got a couple of favours and I do apologise for these because I've just got these messages. First off, can people look at Violet, which is Violet, her pin post, because all the evidence is there regarding Alphabet. And I've been asked by one of my friends, Bob, she absolutely adores you, Pearl. Would you mind to tell her pack it in?
Sorry, pack it. Oh, she's gone. She's not.
All right, because sorry.
I'll tell her when she comes back.
I don't mind staying until she comes back and asking her because I know it's a bit.
The last thing that Violet said, sorry, not Violet, the last thing that Talia said was, why don't the parents take some accountability? She's asking the parents to take accountability, yet she will not ask Alphabet to take accountability. She won't hold him to that fire if he needs to take accountability for what he's done, but she's happy to sit there and say the parents should. How does that make sense?
So I'm going to interject now. So that's not what I heard. What I heard Talia say is that when this happened, Orion, whatever you want to call her, was 17 and she's taken some accountability. And at this point, how long are you going to drag this on for? That's what I think Talia was saying. Right or wrong?
Yes.
That's what Talia was saying, right? So I don't, and I think then she obviously there's a level of defensiveness because you all went at her.
No,
right?
I'm sorry.
So
I'm being told that Talia did say that.
You're interrupting me, love, and so I just so there's
no need to get rude.
I'm not being rude.
Right, can we calm down? Let Cockapoo say what she's going to say.
So then when you all went at her, then obviously Talia sort of was in defence mode and was basically saying, where's the parents' accountability? Yeah. My view on it is that, and I think Pearl's example was, how would you feel if it was your child? But my view is that the parents, we've all been kids, we've all been there. We know we get into shit that we shouldn't be getting into. And unfortunately, in some circumstances, those sorts of things can happen. They shouldn't, but they do. That's why the government are trying to put rules in place around social media, because the government are now recognising it. How the hell they're going to implement that, God only knows. But I think as now, 5 years on, we're all a bit more...
Is that you, Iki? Sorry, Cockapoo, is that you, Iki, or not?
I'm going out tonight, my dress.
Out.
Troll. I think we're all a bit more savvy with regards to what our kids should and shouldn't be up to when they're on computers. 5 years ago, I think we were less savvy, right? I don't have kids, by the way. When I say our kids, I mean your kids. That's my point of view, and I'm not being rude.
Can I just say as well, sorry, and then I want to drop down, but Elphaba wasn't the first one to go to the police. It was other people that went to the police with the screenshots, and then Elphaba went to the police because they knew what was coming for them firsthand. Secondly, Elphaba did turn around in a voice note and say that they got banned off Likey because they was touching their crotch.
Sorry, can I just interrupt quickly? Is JJ Jenny?
Yes, no face.
All right, well, you shouldn't be up here chatting shit at all when you took your kid into a group chat and tried to use your kid to get...
Hold on.
Don't start, JJ, because I'll bring up the video right now while I'm on this live.
Bring up the video.
You should not be up here chatting anything when you put your child into a WhatsApp group.
No, I didn't.
You put your child into a WhatsApp group where they were talking about naughty shit and you was getting your child to go and set Elphaba up. Elphabars are wrong, but you did it. If you want me to show the video, I'll show it right now, Jenny.
Sorry.
I'll show it right now. Don't play games with me. You had your kid in a WhatsApp group and were sending your minor to go and add Elphabar on different websites, all right? So don't start that shit with me.
I'm just going to add here because then I do have to drop. I've got stuff to do. But the people that put that out have actually put out an apology and said they did edit that video.
No, they didn't. Listen, I got sent the full screen recording from that chat. You can't say nothing. I had the full screen recording.
I'm just going from.
Listen, let me just tell you now. Yeah, you can't edit her kid's voice being on there and Jenny telling her kid to go and add Alpha Bar on these sites. Do you know what? Give me 2 minutes. I'm going to come back. I'm going to show you all.
I gotta go anyway. But if you don't mind, like sending it to us, that's fine. But I do have to drop. I am
Katie,
sorry.
got a request for you, pal.
What?
Oh yes, I do apologise. I had a message from a friend. She's a very big fan, and she's asked you to tell Bob to pack it in. I'm sorry, Pearl.
Who's Bob?
She's one of my friends, and she's a big fan of yours.
Bob, pack it in, you cunt.
Thank you very much. Hope everyone has a good evening. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Can I speak a minute, Pearl? I've been waiting for ages.
Yeah, go on.
There's two things I wanted to say. First, about like kids nowadays are so clever, and no matter how much parents try to monitor what they're doing, a lot of times, kids will know different ways to hide apps or whatever. You know, my friend had banned YouTube, and then her child found out a way of how to get onto YouTube, even though it was banned. You know, so there is ways and means. So it can't always be blamed on the parents either. But the other thing I just wanted to say, to Talia, was just that the way she was very concerned that about someone else possibly taking their own life, when yet she and her husband told me and laughed at me.
Bitch. What did we call you?
Can I
Fatty?
finish? No, you didn't.
What then?
Because that wouldn't have bothered me.
Well, what then?
I'm not going to get into it, but just you
Well,
can't.
no, come on. No, you brought it up now. You're insinuating that we could possibly make you want to end your life. So what did we call you?
You laughed and said,
what?
go ahead and do it. So you cannot go back and now be concerned for people.
You're not telling me what I said.
One of the biggest bullies on this app, Talia.
What did I say?
I'm just saying, let me
What
finish.
did I call you?
I'm not going to say it here.
Then you're lying, because I
Right,
don't
let
even
her say
know
what she's
you.
going to tell you. Let her say what she's going to say, please. Go on, Esther.
Fucking lying.
Go on, Esther.
Pearl, I will happily send you.
No. I don't, no, if you're going to say something, Esther, just obviously it's gone on. Just say what you're going to say, Rhea, because I prefer.
All I'm just going to say is that she is the biggest bully on this app. And
Yeah, of course, mate. Of course, you're lying, and you've come in here and lied to 3,000 people, and you're lying.
Okay, I'm going to put up the screen recording here now. Then.
Okay, you do that. You do that, and you make sure you put it up, and you make sure you tell everyone what you did to get that reaction, because it seems like everybody wants to talk about what we've said, but not why we've said it. So this random stranger, out of nowhere, me and Ricky have just gone and bullied. Absolute rubbish. You've obviously piped up and got a bit leery, and you've got it back.
If she wants to come back up, she can. I haven't dropped her. She must have dropped herself.
Come and show the full story. Come and show why that happened.
Can the mods stop removing people from the boxes? Let them come up and let them speak. Nobody's to be shut down on here. So stop it now, because if I find out who's removing, people's getting demodded. Now stop it. Let them speak. Mods, you have to put people in because nobody
Exactly,
there.
Leslie. There's never any context anymore. It's just like, she said this to me and I feel really bad about it. Well, why? Why would somebody I don't even know on the internet, why would I say something horrible to you?
Right,
Weirdo.
sorry about that, people, for getting in like that, but the fucking audacity of her jumping in this live. So what happened was I was sent screen recorders. We all know We all know
Mods,
alpha
don't
bars
put
are
people
wrong.
in, please,
Yeah,
unless they're asking in the
that's not
comments to
in
be in the
question.
box.
But what is in question is that Jenny allowed her daughter to be in a WhatsApp group full of adults, men that were talking about stuff, and then these sort of conversations.
Oh, that's
Hold on 1 second.
her.
If it is, try and befriend them and see what they say to you. Obviously, because you're a minor, see what if it is, and you can see what they do. Because obviously, if we can get anything, we can get obviously add it to the police complaint. But yeah.
Oh my God, I
If
know
it is, try
exactly
and
who that
befriend
is.
them and see what they say to you.
Yeah, that was her voice note to her daughter that was in the WhatsApp group, and then her daughter
I don't like
replies
that using
in
kids to
OK, and then
bait
they show
somebody out. I
screen
don't like
recordings
that.
of her adding them on different websites and everything like that. So, like, don't listen to what that fucking Jenny's got to say. She's an absolute cretin.
Yeah, I know exactly who that is. That's
Yeah,
the big
using her
girl.
own daughter as bait, and it was spoken about so many times. That's why she's under the name JJ now and not Jenny
JJ,
Johnson.
yeah. She was the
Fucking
one
absolute
living in the
woman. Right, I'm
halfway
off.
house in the hotel
I don't
for a
like
long
that
time.
because, well, firstly, why would you let children listen to something like that? And secondly, why would you put your child forward? You don't know what's being said.
Oh yeah, but it's
what's
not the
happening.
parents'
I don't
fault.
like that.
This is what I'm saying. There's no parent accountability. It's always everyone else. But you know, it happens when it's a parent. It's, oh well, it happens. Well, there's a woman fully putting her child in that position there. So is anyone going to take accountability for that?
Right.
Could I ask
Firstly,
something?
Talia, let me just reply back to Talia. 2 seconds, Miss Gemsy. So, firstly, that was wrong. Totally wrong, because I don't think that's right. That JJ, I do not like that. That was fucking wrong. I wouldn't put my child in that position. Secondly, what I want to say is, listen, my grandchildren range from the age of 20 down to 3 days old, right? And Talia, come on. We all mothers, we grandmother.
3 days old. If you just had a grandchild born. Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. So, what I'm trying to say is kids will be devious, right? No matter what things you put in place, if a kid wants to do something, there's a way. And who's got that noise?
I don't know.
There's a way and a way around it that if they want to do it, they'll fucking do it. And you cannot blame the parents for that. But what I don't agree with, and this is what I'm saying about Elfie Baby, right? Was she 19 or 17?
17.
17, listen, what I'm trying to say, I'm going back to my Tommy again. At a child, it's 7-year-old knows right from wrong with all of his complaints that he's got, God love him. He still knows right from wrong. And do not tell me, speaking about, I got it wrong, so I apologise for that, because the way I've always thought about it was that the things were shown or something.
No, she was talking about people she fancied, what she'd like to do to them and stuff like that.
So again, still, all these actual
very inappropriate.
It's wrong. It's wrong, Talia. But I get where you're coming from. But what they're saying is she's never took no accountability. Yes, I can come out and say, well, I was wrong for doing that. But you're not taking accountability, right? She's still making out all these excuses. I've got this, I've got that, I've got the other. Understand where people's coming from, Talia. And what they're trying to say with you could be getting the wool pulled over your eyes. Have you seen from the start of it, consult doctors, then it'll go to a hospital, then it'll go to a consultant, then it'll do these tests, then a psychologist.
I don't need to see that to know she's autistic.
I know, but no, Talia, you can't say that. Honestly.
No, I don't. I don't need to, because I know autism and she is classic, just completely autistic.
You can't say that.
Well,
listen, Talia, I've got no beef with you. You can't say
yes,
that.
I can.
I
Yes,
could
I can.
say there's all kinds wrong with me till that
I would know if I met
specialist
you
has diagnosed me. I can't say there's anything wrong with me.
No, but she's very outwardly presenting autistic, and even when Luke met her,
you don't know that for a fact.
Yes,
Talia.
I do. Yes,
you
I
don't.
do.
You
Yes, I
don't.
do. Yes,
Talia,
I do.
I'm going to argue with you, but you don't.
Well, you can, but do you know what the signs of autism are? Because I do.
I've just told you I've got it in the family with.
Yeah, but tell me the 5 classic
Talia, I'm not
signs.
going into my
Because
nephew.
you don't know them,
I'm
and I
not
do.
going in. Don't you dare
don't
tell
know
me
them,
I
and I
don't know
do.
what the ins and outs is.
Tell
We're
me
a very
them.
tight-knit family. Don't
Tell
you dare,
me.
Talia.
Tell me the signs of autism.
Talia, do not question me.
Tell me the signs of autism.
On a little boy who's diagnosed.
I'm questioning you
Talia,
about
please,
autism. I'm
don't-
not talking
Talia,
about him.
Out. Get out.
Sorry,
Don't you
please.
dare question me on
Sorry,
my good
Pearl.
family that I fucking don't know what's going on. That the family hasn't been heartbreak for years on what's going on. Don't you dare sit and dictate to me. I don't care how much you call me, how much you go on. Don't you fucking dictate to me over my family that I know for a fact that it started with a doctor, then it went to a hospital, then it went to a consultant, then it went to a psychologist.
Amen.
Then it went
Amen,
back to a
Pearl.
consultant, and then there was things done. Don't dare tell you what I fucking know and what I don't. If you fangirling over the fucking infested one, do not put it out like I don't know what's going on in my family. You're fucking wrong, Talia.
Completely.
Sorry, can I say something? Sorry, I've been waiting. I've been in the box once with Elphaba. Yet again, when they were 7, apparently this happened when they were 17 and they was exposed for making racist comments. So I was in the box and I was just like, at 17 years old, you know right from wrong. There's people with babies at 17 years old. You know, I've seen a clip today where they're like, I've had no family. How many other people have had no family? Everyone keeps making excuses for them. And as Talia just said about the parents not taking responsibility, when as Elphaba...
I'm fuming about that, Miss Gizmo. Like, why has this been now gone on to parents taking responsibility when it was E in that group that was... I've heard the voice note where she says... have to say she, but she says, yeah, I know I got seen touching my crotch. That's what the voice note says.
Yeah, that's if you look at it, right, every single thing to do with Elphaba, there's an issue.
Who's got something going on in the background? Fuck's sake, man.
Not only is there
Mods,
always
don't
an
put
issue.
nobody in unless they want it's right in the comments. They want the box.
Not only is
Sorry,
there
go
always not only is there always some drama, it's never their responsibility.
Yeah.
It was like, I've never once said I'll use all my money for my transition. Lie, because there has been clips of that. Then they turn around and say, I'm spending my money that I win on sorting my cat out. Lie, because they've not done that. I can't go out on my own. You'll go out with a lanyard, but then you'll whip it off as soon as you've had a couple of buzzballs that's saying, I love the attention. That's not autism. If you don't like the attention, you don't like the attention. I do not know one autistic person who goes out on their own in London, starts screaming at random people left, right and centre, kicking off, punching the tube and all this lot. No one, I don't understand how so many people constantly defend them. Like Talia, you know what, I've always liked Talia. I think she's always come across nice, but after hearing her today, I don't understand. She's like, literally, it wasn't that long ago, she was like, oh no, you've never backed me up. Why didn't you answer your phone and accept your responsibility? But now she's got no responsibilities to, you know, it just doesn't make, it baffles my head.
I know, and I'm fuming, Pearl, and everybody else. I'm fuming that it's now been turned around that, we're putting it on the parents. Do you realise that he was 2 weeks off being 18, 2 weeks off being classed as an adult? When you're 17, you know right from wrong. My little one is 7. He's autistic diagnosed. That was done for a paediatrician, not a bloody email. So I don't give a shit what anybody says. I've been through this for 4 years. My little one got diagnosed when I was really young, and my daughter got diagnosed when she was in high school, right? 4 years I had to go through paediatricians, through specialists, through GP to get a diagnosis for Brody and for Grace, right?
Yeah.
So this email stuff's a load of crap, and what that still doesn't give you an excuse if you're autistic to be sending and speaking inappropriately to 10-year-old children.
Agree.
It's as simple as that, and it's boiling my blood because Talia, I know that she's a singer on here. I don't really know who she is. Obviously she's friends with E, right? But she's been friends with her for how long? A couple of weeks because of this dinner party thing.
Pal,
She
can I
doesn't know
talk a
her.
minute?
There's enough proof on this app, and Jojo Misfits has been trying so hard to get E off this app, same as EQ, for ages because of the inappropriate things that he does with children. In Roblox, everything.
1,000,000%. And that's what I was said. I was pissed there with Talia. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm not arguing with her, but never ever come on here and tell me I don't understand at the heartache what my family's gone through when they find all these things out. Don't ever come on and say I'm a fucking liar about that.
No, exactly.
I work with autism children, okay? And you were right in what you said. It takes a long, long time.
Long
You
time.
have doctors first, then you have hospitals. I take autistic children to school, right? And there's a big long
Then they go under a consultant, then they go under a psychiatrist as well.
Yeah.
Then they have all these scans, then they have all these appointments.
And then you've got long waiting lists to go to these special schools because I take 4 to school, okay? And it is a long, long process. Now, if you're autistic at 17, 18 or whatever, you still know right from wrong. Yeah.
My little boy who's 7, Mary, still knows right from wrong.
They know
and
right
he's
from wrong.
autistic.
And this is what I'm saying about Tommy. He's 7
it's a
and he
load of
knows
rubbish.
right from wrong.
I take 4 to school on the bus, and I'm telling you, they know right from wrong. No, you don't take your seatbelt off. They understand everything, okay? But like that lady just said, although you're autistic, it does not give you the excuse to talk dirty to anybody.
No.
All right?
And children, little children.
Somebody's video. The asking is in the chat. Can somebody play somebody's video, please? Can somebody see what they're saying?
I can't do
Is
that.
it Violet's video?
Yeah, she'd have to come up and play it herself.
Yeah,
Violet, if you want to come up, request the box and you can come up and play it.
Can I say one more thing and then I'll jump out so they can jump in the box, if that's okay? So, even if they are autistic, even if they are, right, there is no excuse for the amount of different issues that they cause, and then they do the GCSE drama act with the fake sniffles and the fake crying and, you know, they're throwing themselves on the bed, the woe is me. No, you're a grown-ass person. At the end of the day, take responsibility for your actions.
Listen, can I just say something? Sorry for stopping you. Right, she's saying she doesn't know that was wrong, but she knew when somebody was in a club and she blamed them for essaying it, she knew that was wrong. Fuck off.
Yeah, and then she turned around and said, "Oh, I didn't do the hand sign." Yes, you did, Elphaba. Everyone saw it. And as someone who has actually been in that situation, she's making a mockery of what it is to be a woman and like what we get put through with the assaults and things like that. It was there on
Sorry,
camera.
I'm not giving the bullshit. Honestly, listen. In my opinion. It's only an opinion, but I think she was well aware of what was happening. And why the fuck would you talk like that in front of children? And I'm not
Pearl, it's PDF. It's as simple as that. I don't care what anybody says. When I've heard them things on the FYP today, right, I've heard voice recordings. It's PDF behaviour. She was 2 weeks off 18 years old. She knew exactly who was in that group chat. It's as simple as that.
Can I just say something quick? Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
So if they do have autism, my daughter is currently waiting for her diagnosis. We have been battling since she was 3 years old. She is now 10 this year. We've been waiting on the referral now. All the paperwork's in. We've been waiting for the referral for 3 years. I do not believe they are autistic. Not my daughter, E. My daughter is 100% autistic. The things she does. However, their autism report, which again I think is AI, states that E has no developmental issues. So E has been saying on their lives, I was 17 at the time, but I wasn't mature. I didn't have the brain of a 17-year-old. However, if you go and look on Common Sense's page, they have screenshots of E's autism report, which states in that report there is no I can't speak, I'm so angry. There is no developmental issues.
Can I say something?
Well, I'm going to drop out. It's just I did want to say I totally agree with what you said. You're right, it is a long waiting list and it is a long process to get a child diagnosed, because I work with them and I tell you what, kids know, some of them kids
Listen,
are
when he
brainier
was
than I am.
born, he had to wear crash helmets because he used to absolutely slam his head into the floor or anything that was around. When he was frustrated, when he was doing everything. So for being a little baby, like only months old, he had to have a helmet
like that,
made for him. And then throughout, till he got a certain age, you still have to have helmets made for him. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
And some of them, I'm telling you now, I've got one little boy and he is so brainy. He's only 7, but he can come out with the biggest, longest words you've ever heard of.
Yeah.
And he's got a very good personality and a good brain, but he's autistic.
My daughter knows
everybody's
right from
different.
100%. And I'm sorry, you cannot use autism as a way of saying I don't know right from wrong.
You know, it's putting shame. It puts shame on people that are diagnosed with autism. It's shaming,
definitely.
and like saying because I'm autistic, I can do these I've got to be careful what I say, PDF things, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, but I'm going to jump down, Pearl, but it's just boiled my blood that it's been turned around on the parents by Talia, is that a name? And then we're getting away from the issue that he was still in a group chat speaking inappropriately with 10-year-old children, and he was aware that there was 10-year-old children in there.
Exactly. And
I'm
like I
gonna
said,
go.
a little 7-year-old, that doctor, from being like only months old, the things that he started to do, and they were testing him, and it's only like years and years has gone past when he was actually diagnosed with what he was diagnosed. So for Talia to say, what are the signs? I'm not prepared to sit on here.
And you can't say the signs either, Pearl, because again,
Everyone's
autism is
different.
like a wheel. It's not a line. You can't,
different.
every autistic person has different traits and different behavioural
they do.
issues.
But that's how
You
it
can't-
started off when he was a baby.
I know.
He'd just batter his head off everything.
Yeah,
If he
bro
was
did.
frustrated, and then he would just like do that with his head, then bang it and do
I've seen
whatever.
it.
And he had to have little hard like helmets made for him.
It's so sad, really.
The other thing that the report stated, I've just seen it in the comments, said about sorry, my dog's barking. Jupiter, shush. Sorry, I do apologise. His special interest was transportation, and that is a big autistic special interest. My daughter is obsessed with the RAF, anything to do with aeroplanes. We go to RIAT every year. However, in their assessment report, it didn't mention anything about Wicked, didn't mention anything about Pokemon. Anything that he says in their lives when they say, oh, I'm autistic, my special interests are Wicked and Pokemon. But yet if you go in and question them regarding Wicked, because I've never watched Wicked, but I'm quite a big musical fan myself, but I won't watch Wicked because it's been tainted, unfortunately.
Yeah.
If you go in and ask them anything about Wicked, either the films, the stage, whatever, they can't answer it. And there was a recording a couple of days ago where someone went in and asked them a question and they got it wrong. I'm sorry, but if that is your special interest, they should know.
They're not autistic.
One
I'm
second,
sorry,
one
they're
second,
just not.
Naz. Right, everybody, come on. Oh, there's all you people in here. Get your heart maze in. Mods go through. Anybody without a heart maze, block them out, please. Get your heart maze in. Come on. Yeah, having this little discussion. Let's
I'm
just
gonna
have
drop
a little
Pearl.
penny out me for fuck's
Thank
sake.
you for letting me in the box. I just wanted
Hey, you're
to,
welcome, Daddy,
say
you're
my bit,
welcome.
and I'll speak to you
Thank
guys
you.
later. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
bye.
Pearl. Just had to say it, and obviously it's getting taken away from the fact that what they've done, rather than trying to then put blame on the parents.
Exactly. And that's
the
what it is.
autism
It's
thing,
like
that I've been
trying
through
to
such
cover
a
up.
battle to get Brody and Gracie the help that they needed. 4 years it took. And when I hear them saying that they are, and it's diagnosed by email, it's just laughable. It's laughable. Yeah, exactly. It's disgusting.
So wrong.
But thank you, pal.
And you're welcome. And that's what makes me think, listen, Talia's only come into contact with the infested ones since come Stranwood down.
Yeah,
right?
it's laughable, pal.
Then all of a sudden, and I'm not, Talia, I know you're listening, but all of a sudden you're an expert. You've seen this, seen that, you've seen jack shit. And that's
And
what
you
I want to
do
say.
realise that they would have researched he would have researched, what are the traits of autism? Because he does this with everything.
Yeah.
So, but what he doesn't understand is there are so many parents on this app, grandparents, parents that have got children, grandchildren that are diagnosed. And we know it's like a wheel. It's not a line where it's like these 5 traits. One autistic person is different to another autistic person. Same with somebody that's not got autism to the next person. It's laughable, honestly, and it's really boiled me because I fought so hard to get Brodie and Grace there diagnosed. And when I hear them flaunt this about and saying, well, they were 17, well, the fact's clear, they were 2 weeks off being 18. I don't believe they're autistic, and they knew they were in a group chat with 10-year-old children. Simple as that.
I completely agree. Pal, I just want to say hi. I've watched you for a little while. Also, I just wanted to just correct something in Talia's favour to a sense. Just in that her and Elphaba go back a long, long way. They actually go back quite a few years, and Elphaba stabbed her in the back before. So she completely screwed her over, but I'm just kind of up here because I follow a lot of...
there's lots of things that the infested one has pulled over people's eyes, right, and made a pure Kent out of them. Just for instance, like when she used to come on and pretend to stammer, to stutter, have Tourette's, have this wrong... Come on, with
liver problems, lots and lots and lots of health
Pal, you need to get Jojo Misfits near. She's been raising awareness for ages on E.
I love Jojo.
Yeah, I speak to her quite a lot on WhatsApp, but she's been trying so hard even before this has come about again. What's happened with the group chat thing? She's been trying ages, but even about the roadblocks. But thank you, Pearl, anyway.
Hey, you're welcome. But there's loads of lies around this. And personally, myself, it's only my opinion, but Elphaba is making a pure Kent out of Talia. That's a troll account.
I'm not.
Mods, unless it is a troll account, don't put them in, please.
Right, God bless you all, and I hope, this gets the awareness it needs to get something bought so that they're held accountability.
Have you, me baby? Sorry then. Listen, right, Mods, if this person says one thing being like a troll, go on, I'll let you back in, and I apologise.
Can I just say one more thing? Sorry. I'm not defending Elphaba, Orion, E, whatever we're calling them. I do feel like they do have a personality disorder.
Yeah,
because
that's
how they
what I
mirror.
I would agree that there's something wrong. They're not a full shilling. I would agree there, right? But they don't tell me they still don't know right from wrong.
Yeah. Oh no, 100%. They know right from wrong, but I do feel like there's a personality disorder because of the way they mirror people so much. It went from mirroring Chelsea Lee Art. I have the same first and last name, unfortunately, of Chelsea Lee Art. So I get mistaken quite a lot, hence why I've changed my name. And then the last week or week prior, they went out and people were joking, saying looked like T.P.M Talia when they was wearing like the lemon outfit. And then obviously there was the evil queen. I do feel like there is some form of personality disorder there where he almost doesn't have a personality, but builds a personality on people that they surround themselves with.
I think he's a narcissist.
I think he's got schizophrenia, to be honest.
I truly think he's a narcissist.
I don't believe it's schizophrenia. I've seen that firsthand, and it is certainly not schizophrenia.
No, I worked with people that had it, but I just think he hears things. Do you know what I mean? I feel like he's not responding to
They know I don't even think it's that bad. I don't. No. I really don't. I'm going to disagree. No. I do not. Why is it only when he does something, she does something bad, is it that they hear things? I'm sorry.
No, I'm just playing devil's advocate, innit?
Yeah.
No.
Pearl, I just jumped up. Obviously, I work with SEN children, all that sort of thing. And I can sort of understand what Talia was saying when she says, you can tell. You can pick up certain traits, but to me, that isn't, you can't go categorically, yes, they are autistic. Yes, you'll see traits in
baby. Let me just stop you right there. So, you saying, yes, you can pick them traits up. So how come when a baby's gone through 6 years of tests doctors,
Oh, no, 100%,
consultants,
I agree.
psychologists, listen, and they're showing them traits. How can it take 6 years for them to actually put that ticket on somebody and say, yes, now we are
Oh, yeah,
diagnosing them?
no,
Wait,
100%, I agree.
that's fine. Actually come out and say that after all this time, but yet this infested one can get email within weeks. Sorry to load of bullshit.
No, 100%. I agree with what you're saying, but what I'm saying is what Talia was trying to say is that she can see traits in her, but we can all have traits of it. We can all have a little bit of this or a bit of a quirk or whatever, and people go, "Oh, you're autistic."
I can have traits of being a Kent, and I know I'm a Kent, but I'm not
Exactly, that's
diagnosed as
what I'm
being a
saying.
Kent.
No, and exactly that's what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, and this whole, you know, blaming the parents or, you know, whatever, but I do think, right or wrong, you know, people might disagree with me, but sometimes...
But do you not think, listen, it's the same with any of us, right? We can go onto Google. If we get a spot, before you know it, it's turning into something bad, right? We can all Google things. We can GBT, is it? Or
ChatGPT.
That.
Yeah.
We can all do that. So, of course, it's going to come across like the real and what they're saying, but all we're doing is fucking Googling it and looking at websites, like what's the traits of it.
Yeah.
Can I
No,
say
but what I was about to say is that we've seen the relationship between Maria and Elphaba, and clearly I don't think Elphaba's had the upbringing that we would bring our children up in. You know, they don't have the love and support that all these autistic ADHD children do have. So I do think that a lot of...
No, sorry, I know where you're going with this, but listen, no, cutie baby, listen, there's lots of people all over the world that's had rough upbringings, bad upbringings, but it doesn't turn them out to be a Kent and go in a WhatsApp group and talk about actual things with 10-year-olds, and I'm sorry.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, I think Elphaba's learning from her environment what's right and wrong, not through a mother, is what I was trying to say. So we teach our children what's right from wrong, whereas I don't think Maria's done that.
But to me, saying this, all you're doing is giving her excuses.
No,
I know she'll be watching this.
No, definitely not. But I know a lot of the children that I work with, their behaviour is down to the way they've been parented as well.
You can't,
I don't agree
can't
with
blame
that.
the parents, no.
I'm not defending in people.
No, you can't blame the parents. I'm sorry, no.
There's so many people that are criminals. I had an awful upbringing myself, and I certainly
Cockapoo, sorry, everybody. Cockapoo, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm listening.
Can you keep to the boxes? I'm just going for a quick pee. Sorry.
Can I just say something before you
Yeah,
sort
go
of
on.
run in? There is a real debate in, like, you know, educated circles that there's nature and nurture, and I do think it's fair that you can say, listen, some of it is about your environment and how you've been brought up, but we've all had different upbringings, we've all had different experiences. You get to a point where you have to go, okay, what's right and what's wrong? I don't know what... I don't have an opinion on Elphaba. I don't want an opinion on her. But what I would say is that she is not a normal functioning adult now. So I don't know what she was like at 17 or whenever it was. That's my only point. I don't want to get into any more detail because I think autism is a deflection from the real problem.
Where's that girl gone?
Which one?
I think I don't know if she was kicked or if she dropped.
I think she dropped because Pearl had a go at her.
Oh, possibly.
So true though, like that's like saying criminals. They all, like, some of them have good upbringings, yet they still choose to do what they wanted to do.
Yeah, exactly. You can come from the best family and you can still end up being, you know, a wrong or whatever you want to call it. So, but there's, you know, we're as humans, we are all completely individual. We decide to fight things and get over them and move on, and some people just can't. And it, you know, there's no logic to that. It is just what it is.
Little Bean, did you want to talk? Because you've been up for longer than me and I've said more than you. So.
Yeah, sorry, it's just really difficult because I have autism and
Oh, bless you.
I just... Elphaba definitely doesn't have it. I've been watching it for years now and I've been able to... Because I'm really good with, like... because I'm really good with like seeing like detail and behaviors in people, it completely changed once it said it was going to be assessed for autism, because it started getting all this chat GPT stuff up and started searching, and it started using the terms like overstimulated.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to just interrupt you a minute. Can I just ask how old you are?
19. I do sound really young, but I am
The
19.
chat are asking, and I just want to make sure. Okay, I'm going to go on mute because I'm interested in your point of view. Go on.
Yeah, and its whole how it was before it mentioned about the assessment, it completely did 180-degree turn in my perspective, because obviously I have autism and I've lived with it my whole life, and it didn't act the way an autistic person would. I believe it has FASD, not autism, because
100%.
it's, yeah. But it's just so many things doesn't make sense. Like the right to choose path. I know a lot of people won't agree, but I did go through it, and I got diagnosed very late. But the way that I went through it was very different, and it was very professional. There was a lot of things that didn't add up, like when he was doing his assessment and the person was saying that they wouldn't have been able to diagnose them in that session, but then all of a sudden they did, and they got this diagnosed really quickly. But when I did it, it literally took me months to fill out the questionnaire, to talk to someone, and then it took about 3 or 4 months for the report to come. And on the report, it had an official NHS logo on it. And this was a document. It was no email. I didn't go to the doctors. It wasn't anything like that. It was on the official website. I had to go through to get assessed. It wasn't, which I don't understand on Orion's point of view, because I just don't understand.
What I'm trying to say though, little beep, is listen, and I've said that wrong as well. It's not my nephew. I'm just been thinking about it's my niece's son, right? So from him being a baby and doing all this damage to himself when he was like able to. He wouldn't sit up, he wouldn't do things, but then he got frustrated and he started by rubbing his head on the back, losing all his hair, but giving himself sores all the time. Then when he got frustrated, he started doing himself that much damage. They made him little crash helmets, and it took all them years, and now he's only 7, remember, all them years for them to come to this diagnosis. It wasn't just as easy as saying he bangs his head, he's got autism. Everybody with autism does different traits, right? So they have to watch this over an amount of time, and a long time, right? So for the infested one to come and say, I want to be diagnosed with something, I know I've got autism, and then all of a sudden to come up with an email, piss right fucking off.
Yeah,
You're covering your tracks for your dirty little ways, in my opinion.
What I don't understand either, because if its behaviour was so bad, it should have been brought up earlier, because according to professionals, boys are more likely to be diagnosed when they're younger because they showed the traits more, and females aren't.
But what I'm trying to say is, though, it still took years from him only being a few months old, and now he's 7, and it's took all them years for him to get that diagnosis, because they have to watch the traits, because everybody's different. Just to say, what is the signs of autism? Every individual person that has got autism is not the same as another person that's got autism. Do you know what I mean? And people are specialised in this. We're not doctors, we're not consultants, we're certainly not like psychiatrists and that. Leave it to the proper people. But what I'm trying to say is, you don't just suddenly say, I think I've got autism, and then get an email after not going through anything at all. when I tell you, they put you through fucking hurt, pain, sweat and tears to find out, has your child got autism? They don't give that title, like, easily. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, I do understand.
I agree. My friend, her son has Asperger's, which is on the autism spectrum as well. And he was a teenager before he was diagnosed. And she'd referred him when he was a toddler. So, yeah, it takes a long time. A long time.
Not just weeks or months, it takes fucking years, because they watch that pattern. They watch how you deal with things. They watch your everyday lives. They'll just say, can you bring them in, such a thing? They'll listen. There's lots of things that they do. So it doesn't just happen over email. And this is what pisses me off, and how the infested one is pulling the fucking wool over Talia's eyes. And because Talia thinks since come Scramwadan, or even however long she's like knew the infested one, come on. Like,
they even sorry, I do apologise.
No, go
They
on.
even look at the way the parent is parenting. When it comes to waiting for an autism diagnosis.
And this is what I'm saying, the hurt and pain, because then the parents blame themselves. Are they doing something wrong? Have they done something wrong? There's lots of
the amount of times
tears
I've
and
cried myself to
emotions.
sleep. So a lot of this, yes, we can blame Maria to an extent for the upbringing of E. However, I still don't think E has autism. And in a way, when it comes to obviously being diagnosed with autism, it takes years and years of, like you've said, like you said, Pearl, appointments, assessing the child. But it's not just the child that gets assessed;
It's
it's
all
their
your life.
environment, it's the parents, it's the friendships that the child or person has. So there's all these factors that need to be taken into account even before they go, yes, we'll refer you on to have your full assessment. So I'm sorry, I do not believe E is autistic, and this report is absolutely AI fabricated.
The crux of the matter is, as well, was where the original conversation started, or at least where I joined in on it, was him talking inappropriately to children and blaming being autistic as one of the reasons why he thought, he didn't realise it was wrong, or he didn't, whatever he said, whatever excuse he used. You do know right from wrong at 17, even as an autistic person, you know right from wrong. So,
It was written in the comments, that's children, not adults. Listen, for autism, right, you've still got them traits. You don't, like, just say, oh, I've been emailed today, I've got autism. Piss off.
Yeah, I totally agree, because, hi Pearl, by the way.
Hi.
Yeah, sorry, I get nervous on.
You're all right, Kath, go on.
I mean, I totally agree where you're coming from, because like I know right from wrong, and I was diagnosed with autism. And I mean, I had a tough upbringing, but would I wish I had the help? Yeah, but like you said, like you got to go through like the proper process of things. I had to wait years to get that proper diagnosis. Do you know what I mean? Even though my teachers and everyone could see my traits. So when I agree with Little Bean, because on my diagnosis, when they send do they class it as like records of what after they diagnose it or something like that? But it has got the NHS on it, and it tells it tells me exactly how they knew I was and why and everything else. But you are right, you have to go through the right process of the diagnosis. It's not a bloody email.
You know what?
I was just going to say, so did you go through going to a doctor's first, then it was an appointment at the hospital, then it was a consultant, then it was even a psychiatrist? There was every person that should be involved was involved.
Yeah, I promise you now that you are correct. That's what I went through, and it was awful when especially with CAMS, because they treated me awfully.
CAMS are awful.
And I don't mind telling you guys, because I trust you all. But I lost both my first and second parents to abuse, but it was hard then, because every time I keep crying for help because my autism traits are getting worse, people don't want to help. They're like, well, you're an adult, you gotta deal with it.
So can I ask you, as an adult, how long have you been diagnosed? Sorry, firstly, if you don't mind saying.
No, it's all right. So I got diagnosed, I had to wait 10 years, which, you know, when I went to all these professionals first, I felt was really hurtful because I needed the help. But what was the question in that part? Sorry, can you remind me? I'm so sorry.
What I'm trying to get at, so it's took a long time for you to be diagnosed with autism.
Yeah.
So while all this was going on before you were diagnosed with autism, would you have ever got in a WhatsApp group with children who you knowed were babies and speaking actual?
No.
Thank you.
No, I wouldn't, because I know right from wrong, and personally,
And that's
I would
what I'm
be
saying about a 7-year-old. He still knows right from wrong.
Well, yeah, like it's bloody, you know, and I agree with you. You do not use autism as an excuse.
Yeah.
I'd never in a million years would put my autism as an excuse. If I did something wrong, I'd say, look, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done it. I hold my hands up.
People in the comments still saying adults is different. I don't care whether you're a child or an adult. You still know what is wrong. Don't do it.
So when my brother was younger, like the traits were very, very clear. So he was born, he was quite poorly when he was a baby. And as he got older, they diagnosed him with learning difficulties. Now, anyone who meets my brother, that you can see clear as day, he is autistic. He went to a special school for it and whatnot. Anyway, took my mum 26 years to get a diagnosis for him.
Yeah.
Still gets discriminated to this day, you know, trying to get jobs. He's very socially awkward and he's very angry at the world. So I think what frustrates me the most about Elphaba, Orion, whatever, is that my brother would love nothing more than to go out and work. You know, like little things like that.
I sympathise where you're coming from, because I tried getting a job multiple times and they won't take me because I'm autistic. And it really hurt my feelings, because what I always say is,
because there's lots of people in the box, and every time I go to click on somebody, it's just taking it off. Everybody who spoke, can we change the boxes about and let everybody have a little chance, because I can see they're frustrated. Sorry, Kath, go on.
So it is hard at the end of the day, but there's no excuse for how you treat people.
Absolutely not.
You don't put, you know, you don't say, oh, well, it's not my fault, I'm autistic. God, take accountability.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, I've been begging for help for God knows how long, and people won't help. I've tried getting a job, they won't give me it because they said, oh, well, you're autistic, you can't do it. And I'm crying for help, and I feel like no one's helping. And in all honesty, my autism's getting worse with my traits I'm on about now. So I just don't, I kind of like keep saying to myself, I give up, I'm just not worth it anymore, because I've had enough. Do you know what I mean? But I do, honest to God, Pearl, agree with everything you have said tonight.
It's illegal, but
that's why I was pissed when Talia said, like, say the traits of autism. Like, there's nobody can say that autism follows like a pattern, because it's different for everybody, and that's what was pissing me off, and that's how I know she doesn't know what she's talking about.
Like my brother really struggles to like read the room, like understand people's emotions, but there would never be a time
Sorry,
where
everybody
he would
who's dropped Malik. My mods has dropped Malik because we're having a discussion. So we're freeing boxes up for people to speak. And if you don't like it, piss off. It's not the life for you. Stop questioning my mods.
My child, like I said previously, who is waiting for her diagnosis of autism, has just walked in because she's overheard me on the phone asking who I'm talking to, and I said, oh, it's just some friends, and her response was, oh, do you know them? And I've turned around and said yes, and she said, good, because we don't talk to people we don't know, do we? She is 9, so she knows the difference.
And there you have it, from a baby's mouth, exactly
from a 9-year-old's mouth.
There you
Can
go.
I also interject in regards to them saying, "Oh well, I was 17,
Mods,
I was a child."
sorry, 1 minute. Can we start swapping the boxes around, please? The people that have spoken. Thank you to
Yes,
everybody
I'll
that
jump
has
down.
spoken. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I just say, Pearl, I've got two who are in the 20s now. One's only just been diagnosed last year, and one was diagnosed when he was 17. And when you say right from wrong, for instance, my son, he looks at the world as you're either good or bad. You're, or evil. And if anyone was to say anything wrong to anybody in front of him, there's no going back. He'd never speak to you again.
Yeah.
So they do know right from wrong, and they're pretty stickler with it, really. But I didn't wait long for both of them. I think it was about 6 months for my son and about 8 weeks for my daughter. But then they also saw ADHD traits as well. So, and about another 6 weeks for that. So it only took about 3 months for my daughter to be diagnosed, but she's now been waiting 12 months for ADHD medication.
Yeah.
So, but they do know, they do. In fact, they thrive on rules. They pick up more than we do. You know what I mean? Because they thrive. There's no talking to young kids and stuff like that. They know, exactly.
I've got
Sorry,
a couple of
I only
points.
asked to be allowed up just to make one more point, and then I'll drop back down again.
Yeah.
Because what I was going to ask both Little Bean and Kath when they were up was when they were diagnosed with autism, did they celebrate and become very smug? Because that's what Orion did. So he was very smug, had an email, was waving it around. I got my autism diagnosis. Yeah.
I wonder where you were going with that there. I was going to say, what the fuck?
Well, they said to my daughter, they said, you're the same person as you were. And the assessment itself was 2 hours for me and then an hour and a half for her. So it was 3.5 hours altogether. And they said to her, you're no different to what you were before you came on this call. You're still the same person. But she got, it took a few weeks for a diagnosis to actually come through in written form, but she also got 2 emails sent to her. One was for if she ever wanted to go to college again, and one was for any work she had to be taken into work, and that was from like Psychiatry UK, to be taken into work to give to the HR so they understood where she was coming from, and there were none of that from the e-girl.
Yeah. See, for me, with the infested one coming on and went, yay, I've got autism. It was for everybody to give her a free pass. And I'm sorry, wrong is wrong and right is right. And she was fucking wrong.
My daughter was relieved. She said, she was relieved. She said, oh, thank God now. But they said, just now, live your life, do a bit of research on, for yourself. And that's what she's done. And she's got a job and she's working. And she's,
Can I thank you for that, baby. But I am going to swap the box around because I'm not planning on being on much longer. But I want everybody to
I'll drop down.
I'll
drop down as well, pal. All right, it's lovely speaking to you.
Hey, you too. Thank you, me baby.
Can I just add my part that I just think, like, autism or not, whatever the diagnosis is, what's happened is wrong, autism or not. Like, I don't, that's just my opinion. Like, I work with severely autistic children. I have done for 9 years. But to me, at the end of the day, whether they have autism or not, what they've done is completely wrong.
I agree, absolutely. My son was 4.5 when he was diagnosed with autism and ADHD. He was the youngest in the Southwest. And what I had to go through and what he had to go through to get that diagnosis, he's now 26 and he hates talking about it. He hates being classed as disabled, as people put it. He's not a disabled person. He's just different. And that's all he is. And that's all he wants to be classed as, different. He's not disabled in any way. And he will stand there till he's black and blue in the face and tell you he's not disabled.
Can I say something?
Hello?
The thing is, I've worked with autistic kids for the last 9 years, and there is not a single autistic kid that will show the same trait. And I'm not trying to back her up in this argument at all, because what's happened is wrong. But I'm saying, like, everyone's coming up and saying their point of view, but there is not a single person that shows the same autistic trait. I think everyone's missing the point of what's happening. Whether they have autism or not, what has happened is wrong.
100%.
Absolutely, 100%.
See, listen, I've never been diagnosed with anything like this, but I know I've got. Everybody knows I call myself backward, right? Because I know I'm not a full shilling. But what I'm trying to say to you is, I do know the difference between right
We all know
and
that.
wrong.
Absolutely, 100%.
100%, I agree. They do know right from wrong. I'm not
Even
disagreeing
at
with that.
17, he knew exactly what he was doing. Exactly what he was doing. Whether it was anything to do with his upbringing, it's a load of crap as far as I'm concerned. Absolutely a load of crap. Load of crap. And I believe myself that
Who's
when
got somebody's live on in the background? Sorry.
Oh, it might be my radio. Sorry.
Oh.
Alexa, off. Is that better?
That's better.
I believe also that when he went to that library, that's when he was getting his forms done. Or not his forms done, but getting copies off the internet. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
You can't tell me, like you said, Pearl, you go through doctors, you go through paediatricians.
From a doctor to a hospital to a consultant to a psychiatrist to paediatricians to what not pals, what you call it, the other one in the hospital, CAMS. You go through everything and they don't leave a stone unturned, and that's why it takes so fucking long. And you do not get it over an email. And there's a lot of fucking, I'll say it, blood, sweat and tears along them ways. And even to the parents feeling, have I done something wrong? Is it my fault? Piss off. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not wearing that.
I know since COVID, people have been doing it online and going.
Let someone have a box. Rachel, you haven't got to heart me now. Fuck off. How's about that? And if you be cheeky again, you blocked out the live. So get your heart me and then you can have a say. Don't demand in my life. Sorry, babbies. Go on.
But what I'm saying is, I think I'm going back 26 years with my son. But like when COVID hit, they were doing things through Zoom call. But
if you've had your say in the boxes, sorry, if you've had your say in the boxes, please can you jump down and let other people come in so they can all have the say? Thank you.
I'm still waiting, by the way.
Thank you. Sorry, what were you saying?
I'll jump down, pal. Bye.
Oh,
Thanks for letting me in. Thanks, Bobby. Bye.
You're welcome. Thank
I'll jump down, but I just want to say, like, it's again going over the point of autism or not. Like, I know what people are saying, whether they've had an autism diagnosis or whatever. The point is, what's happened is wrong, whether they've got a diagnosis or not. That's the way I see it.
Sorry.
So, yeah.
Sorry, Rachel. I apologise. Sorry. I was being told I'm a Kent.
Am I able to speak?
Who's speaking?
Mystic at the bottom.
Oh, hi, Mystic.
Sorry, I am autistic and I have been trying to speak for ages and I have been holding my tongue because I've been getting ready to go, let me speak. So I do apologise.
Now it's your turn to speak, Babby. Go
on. So when they've been turning around and saying, oh, well, I'm 17, I'm a child, legally, criminal age of responsibility is 10. So that's utter BS. You know, what they're saying there, it won't hold up to anyone. Whoever it was who was saying about how they were brought up by Maria, I'm not saying I'm a psychologist or a psychiatrist, but I have a degree in psychology. And what they said does hold some merit, and I think they have some form of insecure attachment. So whoever it was that was saying that they sort of follow the patterns of other people, like when they were around CLA and everybody else, the mimicking behavior does show that they do struggle to be themselves, and that so they attach to other people.
She comes across a bit like a chameleon, because however that person goes on, she goes on.
Yes. However, by saying, oh, well, I'm autistic, I don't know right from wrong, my daughter's autistic. We knew from probably about the age of 2. And because of how long the waiting lists are, I actually asked my parents for help and paid over £2,000 to go private. Now, we're still fighting for more support. But to see them going, oh, yeah, well, I can blame it on my autism. Even when my daughter misbehaves, I can turn around and say it's not excusable, but it's understandable.
Yeah.
So you can understand where the behavior comes from because of the autism.
Yeah.
But you still have to say, well, there's other ways of doing things. You find ways to cope. With my autism, I don't like going out and about. I really, really struggle with that. But I find ways to cope, like wearing my headphones. You know, it riles me up to see them try and use it as an excuse. And, sorry, my brain's gone now.
All right.
When they were saying about their diagnosis, I went through right to choose. Now, for years, I was misdiagnosed. I went through several different diagnoses. I was relieved, happy, every emotion you can think of when I got diagnosed, because it was finally, well, now I know why I do what I do. It wasn't, a badge of honor to go, I'm autistic, no. It was, this is why I do these things. It helps me understand me. And it really is a kick in the teeth to see them do those behaviours.
That's what I'm saying. So you realised, all my days, after all these years, all this time, I've finally been diagnosed. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. You didn't come on and have a party and go, yay, I've got autism. I've got a free pass. Everything I've done was through the autism. Piss right off.
Yes, exactly.
That's what fucks me off about it.
And this is the thing, like when...
Sorry. 1 second, I'm just getting a WhatsApp. If anybody's on private and you're waiting for the box, you'll have to come off private, because me mods cannot put anybody in who's private. Just to tell you that. Sorry.
It's all right. So, like, when everybody was saying, oh, let Mystic speak, I struggle with social cues. So that part of me, I mean, my husband was laughing at me because I was hitting the bed. I was getting really frustrated, but I know that's not socially acceptable. So that's, that part of me was, my autism's going, bloody let me talk. But I know I can't do that. So I was letting it out in other ways.
Yeah.
And I just think they try and use it as an excuse to get away with those behaviours.
Yeah.
And then go, oh, well, I can blame it.
I agree.
It's kind of the same as my 7-year-old. So my 7-year-old is on a waiting list to be diagnosed with autism. However, I've had a hell of a battle trying to get him even tested because he masks his behaviours in school.
Again, like the chameleon.
Yeah, he's very good. Like, bless him, he masks his behaviours in school, and he comes home, he'll have meltdowns, he'll slam doors, he'll punch things. But like Mystic was saying, his way of dealing with his emotions, and again, he's 7 years old, he will engross himself in his tablet.
But again, in school, he'll do what he wants them to do, then come home and take the frustration out on you. And so the school is not seeing exactly what he is. So he be's the chameleon. He morphs into what they want to see of him.
Yeah.
But then you get it when he comes home.
Yeah, 100%. And that is exactly it. That is exactly it. Like, I've I've had to go through, I've had to go through the doctor's surgery. I've now gone to a company, I don't know if you've ever heard of it, called Paloma Health, because the NHS is such a long waiting list.
I just listen to my niece, what she tells me, so that's how I know what I know.
Yeah, so I've had to go through a company called Paloma Health, who actually test children for ADHD and autism. However, like my nephew, he's still on the NHS waiting list, and he's just gone into secondary school, and he's been on a waiting list for 8.5 years to be diagnosed.
This is the problem, is that, like, my daughter, she was in mainstream school, and she found it that hard where she just stopped going for 4 months. And we were fighting and fighting to get her the support.
Girls, sorry, I'm shutting you down. Is there anybody in the boxes that hasn't spoke yet, please?
Yeah, me, Pearl.
Yeah,
Right,
me.
go on, Zoe. Sorry for shutting you down. I want everybody just to have a little chance. Sorry.
Okay.
Go on, Zoe.
First to see you, Pearl. I think you're amazing. I watch your
thanks.
videos.
But we'll have less of that because I'll kick you from the box. Thank you.
Pearl, man. Yeah, but what I was going to say is I've struggled with complex PTSD my whole life. Yeah, so I've got really bad mental health problems, and I'm going on like younger when, I was abused and things like that. You kind of come and lie about these things because there is consequences to it. Do you know what I mean? There is consequences to it, Pearl, and it makes me feel horrible. Do you know what I mean? Makes me feel
I get that.
that I'm still, that no one's going to believe us.
Oh. Can I just ask you something? Are you like getting the right help and everything that you need, or?
Yeah, so obviously my dad passed away when I was younger. It was due to misadventure of drugs. So I was sectioned and things to try and get help for my mental health. Or cable. Yeah, and then I am getting the right help. Like I go to trauma therapy every Friday. And that seems to help. But that was one thing I didn't agree with that Alphabet doing, Pearl, is, going to extreme lengths that she did and saying that happened, do you know what I mean? Because if that happened, do you know what I mean? You need, and you can't be sitting on live either, talking to.
Can I just say I proper feel your pain, and I do feel you.
Yeah, like Pearl, I do think you're amazing. Do you know what?
Stop, because I will kick you out. Twice you've been warned. Out. Sorry, no blowing smoke up the bush. You can call me a Kent, but no blowing.
Sorry, Pearl. I'm going to drop down so that other people can come in, but I just want to say thank you for letting me up, okay?
They're slating you on the live, but nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Hi, Pearl.
Hi.
All I came up to say was I've got both ends of it. So my son, who's just turned 10, he has been diagnosed, but we've gone through numerous specialists, etc., as you've said. And he's only just received his diagnosis, whereas my daughter has just turned 5, and I didn't know about this until she was all her papers been put in, and that there was something called the right to choose.
Not Pooh was Zoe. She was warm once. She's done it a second time. Out.
So the right to choose, literally, once we'd gone into the GP, all her papers had been put in by. She was under 5, so they got done by other people, not the doctors, and. Literally, it took 3 weeks before we had an appointment for my daughter with the right to choose, and she was diagnosed. Now, you do get a letter, but we got an email with that diagnosis. So it was done over Zoom.
Can I ask you a question? Because you've mentioned the email there, but was there lots of steps and stairs up to this point? Was there lots of tests?
There wasn't, Pearl. There wasn't. And I was so shocked, bearing in mind what I've gone through with my son, how different it is with the right to choose, because apparently that's like the private form of the NHS. I don't know if they're trying to cut corners or do things differently.
Wow, that's bad.
But then basically we had a Zoom call, so it was me, and I had to go through everything from birth with my daughter, but I did that face to face for years with my son.
That is so bad.
And then we had another one with the diagnosis. Yeah,
I am
so
so
it was completely
fucked off of hearing
different.
that.
So I don't know how true it is with Elphaba, but that's all I came up to say. I know Elphaba, yeah, but that's all I came up to say, because it's so different. And I am a qualified nurse and I work with some people. I know a lot of people who have literally gone in.
Sorry, as a qualified nurse, like, just be open and honest. Are you not fucked off by that? Because
I think it's disgusting.
You know at all the struggles that everybody goes through with that. Like, they're not just put through words, it's proper tasks. Sometimes it rips families apart.
Absolutely. It has my family. It's made a massive difference. My son, my children's dad, it's very difficult. It's so difficult.
Bad.
And my daughter's very different presenting to my son, although she's got autism and PDA, but my son's got autism and ADHD. And
I was going to say, usually when they're diagnosed with autism, they're diagnosed with different other little labels as well.
Yeah. And it's so, looking at it from how it was to how it is now. So when we first went in with my son, he was 3 and now he's 10, but my daughter's just turned 5 and she was 2. And how quick it's been from the papers going in, which is less than 5 months. It's crazy.
Sorry, I am listening to you. Listen, everybody, I would love to keep this conversation going, but I'm going to have to go and I'm going to have to end it. But I thank everybody who's come up and spoke. We will, if you want, carry this on. But
Can I chip in a tiny bit, Pearl?
Yeah, go on. I can give you 2 minutes.
Well, first of all, you're a Kent.
You're a
Evening,
Kent
everybody.
too.
I know I am. There you go. So I just want to quickly chip in and say I went on the right to choose as well.
Right.
And from start to finish, it took over a year. From waiting for my appointment to actually getting seen online.
Right.
And I had 3 appointments, not one, totaling about 6 hours, give or take. And my parents also had over 2 hours on the phone with, is it psychiatrist or psychologist? Can somebody tell me? I can't remember. Is it psychiatrist or psychologist?
I always call them both the same.
Okay, I can't remember. Anyway, so in total, there was about 8 hours of assessments and interviews and stuff like that, and questioning and all sorts. I was diagnosed with autism. In fact, my diagnosis came through via email when I was at Disney, as people know. And my reaction was not to celebrate, but my reaction was it's a relief to understand myself after all this time. Because there are so many things in my life that are answered.
So, listen, I'm not being awful. Listen, I am so sorry. I'm going to have to cut this down. It's just, backstage, as they call it. I've got things going on. Listen, I'm going to have to go. I'm going to say good night, God bless. We will carry this on if you want to. But I want to say thank you to everybody that's come in the boxes, everybody that's had to say. I'm going to say good night, God bless. Thank you for omnipresent.